Hey guys, I'm back. Hope you missed me. I've been hearing people wanting to know what I think about things, and I have some stuff to say, so let's dive right into it. First thing, Edward Norton out of the Avengers and the Hulk. I'm disappointed. Not gonna lie. I really loved Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. I thought he was even better than Eric Bana, and I might get some backlash on that, but really to each his own. And I loved Edward Norton as the Incredible Hulk. Um, I'm very sad he dropped out, as I'm sure a lot of other fanboys are, but you got to roll with the punches. You got to move on. As far as why he was dropped, I've heard things, different sides, money issues, creative differences, whatever the reason is. It's one of those things where I don't think you'll get a definitive answer, just like the Terrence Howard thing. It's pretty gray, but it's sad. Not much else to say. I'm going to miss him. One of the big reasons why I was really looking forward to seeing him in the Avengers and in more Hulk movies was because, one, he's a great actor and he really owns the role wonderfully. And secondly, because in the Avengers, you'll have four big actors headlining the movie. The four heroes, of course, Cap, Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man. But the actors behind them, you'll have Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, who are both great up and coming actors, and I'm sure will be wonderful in their respective roles. But then you have the two actors who bring with them their accolades and their a large amount of respectability to the genre that even an average Joe would hear their names together in one movie and they'd think to themselves, that's good. Edward Norton and Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is amazing and he has a lot of accolades, but Edward Norton is also an A quality actor. He's wonderful and he has the achievements to prove it. And so I'm sad to see him go. So, not much else to say. I'll miss you. Another thing, I just got done seeing Inception, just saw it this afternoon, and the movie was wonderful. Christopher Nolan cannot make a bad movie. I mean, he's just one of the best directors around. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I gotta apologize, man, because I didn't jump on the Gordon-Levitt bandwagon for the longest time because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see what so many people loved about him, but thank you for opening my eyes to how blind I was about this guy. I mean, it's just amazing. He's awesome, and I first off, I firmly believe that the Riddler will be in Batman 3. I'm willing to gamble on it, but I am jumping on the fanboy bandwagon for Joseph Gordon-Levitt to be the Riddler in Batman 3. I saw in Inception. I'm a firm believer that he can knock one out of the ballpark. I mean, I think the Riddler is the only other villain out there that can follow up Heath Ledger's amazing Joker. I think if done right, it can follow it up wonderfully. But you have to have the right actor to do it. And some people were thinking about him, Gordon-Levitt, doing Joker, following up on the Joker, which I'm sure he could do, but in Inception, his body language, the way he described things, just I could see the mannerisms in his character in that movie and easily convert it to what I would expect in a Nolanized Batman 3 with the Riddler. And I think that he would be perfect for the role. And I know it's a strong rumor. I would absolutely love it if it were true. And anyway, not much else to say. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, be the Riddler, Batman 3. Whoever he picks, I'm sure will be amazing because I trust Christopher Nolan unquestionably. I'm sure whoever he picks will be awesome, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt, please be the Riddler. You will be awesome. And, lots of other things. Reboots left and right. Everything is getting a reboot. Fantastic Four, Daredevil, X-Men. Now, the X-Men one I'm interested in. X-Men First Class. I'm excited to see that. I'm curious to see how it'll work, how it'll be played out. Still up in the air. It seems interesting enough with the casting choices that they've made, like having James McAvoy as Professor Xavier. And can't think of many other names, but they do have a really great young cast picked out for this movie so far. So Very excited to see this movie. Uh, I really hope that the steam gets things get rolling on some of these other reboots because I'd love to see them, like a Daredevil reboot, Fantastic Four reboot. Uh, I know it's kind of annoying seeing reboots after just a short amount of time. You know, Spider-Man reboot, everyone's frustrated about that, but hey, I'm still hopeful. I'm hoping for the best, and I honestly think at this point that it will be okay. They've casted a young unknown. Heck, the director is still doesn't have a very big filmography, and the young actor that they've chosen, Andrew Garfield, is a big unknown. So hope he does well. This Superman movie that they're working on, man, I am excited over. I completely understand WB putting the Nolan brothers and David Goyer behind their Superman project because they've been trying to get a movie out for forever. Ever since Returns, they've been trying to put out something. So, what better guy to creatively pump life into this franchise than the guy who pushed Batman to record highs? I mean, it's brilliant. Having Jonathan Nolan direct the Superman movie, I don't know how it could work. I hope that his brother Jonathan Nolan is half as good as Christopher Nolan. That'd be amazing. I hope that I know he's a brilliant writer. Him and David Goyer and Christopher Nolan, they're brilliant writers. They really know how to carve out a story really intricately and really well. But I'm afraid that he might be a better writer than a director. Like some of David Goyer's outings, and no disrespect to David Goyer because I love him. He's a great writer. He's a brilliant mind, but some of his outings as director have not been so good. Case in point, Blade Trinity. So I'm afraid the same thing might happen with Jonathan Nolan, where he might be a much better writer than he is a director. But that's no disrespect because I want to believe that he'll excel and do beautifully, which I am hoping he will, because I really want to see a good Superman movie, and everyone does. And I trust the concept is good. The story will be wonderful, but the director I'm not sure of, and hope for the best. As far as the actor, it's anybody's guess. I have no idea. So just hope for the best, and we'll keep our heads held high. As far as upcoming movies, can't wait for Thor, can't wait for Captain America, can't wait for Green Lantern. They all should be amazing. It should be really, really awesome. And in different ways, Thor should be kick-ass gods, Norse god mythology galore. Everything about it should be epic and awesome. Chris Hemsworth got all really beefy and bulked up for the role, so he should be really great. Chris Evans is Captain America. I'm sure he'll blow us all away. You know, he wasn't everyone's first choice. The guy who everyone immediately thought would be a great Captain America, since he was a really great Johnny Storm. So I'm sure he'll blow us away, because I've learned time and time again it's always the actor that you think was not right for the role, or the actor that you least expect, who ends up owning the role. And Chris Evans, I'm sure, will do that. And he's been in so many great comic adaptations. I'm sure he'll do wonderfully. And Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. I was behind the guy from day one, and some guys were afraid that he would ruin the character. I'm still a firm believer that he'll do wonderfully. And can't wait for the movie. Okay, guys, I think that's it for now. Anything else you want to talk about, post on the comments. I'm always have my ears open. And as always, I'm Silver Lightsaber.